So it's the one we've all been waiting for. Finally went, finally got to shoot this. Let's take a look. Okay, so we finally went. There was me, there was Martin, you've seen from previous video, and there was also Nathan and Mark as well, and we all had a cracking time. We all loved it. There was a couple of things that went wrong, especially with myself, and there was a lot that went right. So what we'll do is we'll have a little talk about timeline, we'll have a little talk about what went wrong, what went right, and any conclusions we've got from it. So one of the biggest mistakes that I made is that I was unable to use T-Rex. She was caged up. Basically, it was my own fault. I didn't take any .2 BBs, so when we were chronoing it before we could go in, it was shooting higher than the chrono limit that we could use because of the BBs that I had. So next time, take some .2 BBs and I'll be able to use it.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
Another thing that went wrong with me was I couldn't use this either. Now, nothing to do with shooting or BB sizes. Basically, when it was shooting and when the guy was testing it, as you can see in there, you've got the gas blowback part of the thing, the little orange thing that you can see in the back. For some reason, it was jammed forward, and literally I could shoot one shot and it would just hold back, even though the magazine was completely full. It would just stay locked like that, so couldn't use it. Got home, took the slide off, put the slide back on again, didn't actually touch anything on the inside, and yeah, worked perfectly. So unfortunately, took me 2 pistols, didn't get to shoot them once.
Idiot.
Also as well, I had far too many attachments on my gun, so you'll notice there's a few less attachments on here, and also as well the camera's been moved as well, because what I did notice is when I was shooting, because I was aiming quite low, and when I was at cover, the cover was about here and was completely blocking the camera, so quite a lot of the shots would literally just have whatever was sat there in front of me. Bit of foliage, bit of a box, bit of a drum, stuff you wouldn't really want to see. And you'll notice there's a few less things on the side mounted sights have gone completely. The grip has changed, so I've took off the foregrip and I've now put that grip on there instead. The main reason being, I'll explain a little bit, is I will be using that a lot more in the game itself. And there's a couple of things that I'm waiting on to arrive that I've just ordered and should be here for the next time I go in the game. The first one is you'll see that this is yellow instead of clear. That's because one of the things that had on was this, and as you can see, it's got a nice big crack in it, because as it was protecting my lens, it took a hit and it done its job. So paid 10 quid for the mount for the 2 of them, and worth its weight in gold because it protected that. So got a couple more of them on order, so that was absolutely brilliant. I'll swap that around so you can see more. I'm going to be getting a new one of these so it isn't moving around as much, because it's quite annoying, especially if you're listening to it on the camera. All you can hear is that moving around, so I'm going to order a new one of them so it's more of a stiff plate rather than a flexible one. I'll be getting a sling plate for the back there, so this bit here, yeah, it was just moving around, it kept untying. It worked, but it just kept untying, it was getting quite annoying. And one of the other things I'm going to go for is magazine wise, is I'm going to be moving away from this, which is what I was running, which is the 2 high cappers, if you remember me saying from last time. Now, there was 300 BBs in each, and I probably was using about 200 in one throughout pretty much all the games, because the games will last about 15-20 minutes. I wasn't really going through them, so all I'm going to do now is, if I do use the coupler, I'm just going to put a couple of mid caps on and just use them, and I'm going to take less actual magazines themselves, because not only did I have the coupler in, but I had 3 magazines there, I had 3 more magazines there, and the heat on that day, oh my god, I was absolutely sweating, I was drenched. So were all the lads. It was absolutely roasting in there. So literally what I'm going to do now is try and clear my chest area, so the gun literally just, it sits there, no problems. And then put magazines more around this side so they're easy to get at. I'll only take 2 because I'm going to be using the coupler, then I may not even need to take any, or what I might just do is just simply run a couple of mid caps so I don't have to keep winding them at the bottom, which actually gave me away in one of the games. As well, because as I'm twisting it, someone knew exactly where I was and took me out. So I might just either go for a single and just use a couple of mid caps on my ribs there, or might just couple so I can swap them over so it's nice and easy. So they're the main things. Now the reason I'm not using, and I don't know how this happened, but the reason why I'm not using the side mounted sight is somehow, you can just quite see it there, that one broke. And I don't know how, so I can't get it back down, so it won't lie flat. I can still use them, it'll just be permanently up, but yeah, I don't know how that broke. Don't know if I've caught it, don't know if BB wouldn't have hit it and wouldn't have done that, it's metal. But yeah, no idea how that happened. That's all fine, so that can be reused if needs be. But yeah, so that's that one gone. So it's made it a bit lighter. And the other thing that you'll notice is missing is only because I've took it off and kept it safely in the box, is the pet box. Yeah, that worked perfectly. Didn't use the laser, literally just used the torch. A couple of the games, like the VIP games, which I'll tell you about the games in a little bit, it was perfect because it was blinding people and they couldn't see where I was and I was getting multiple kills, so I really enjoyed that.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass!
But yeah, so that's going to be the main setup of my gun now. So I'm going to keep the red dot sight or the green dot sight, that was absolutely brilliant. I'm going to change this and put a sling plate on it. I'm going to change that for a more fixed sling plate rather than an adjustable one. I might go to one single magazine rather than a coupler. That's going to be high up. That's if I use it at all, because this is something I'll show you in a sec. I'm going to leave the red dot sight now. Hopefully, my other gun, which is in for repair, should be fixed by then. And I'm actually going to take that with me as well. So that's a King's Arms gun. I'll show you that once it's fixed. But what I might do is put on that the ACOG, because there was a couple of times where that extra distance would have actually served me well. So I could just swap and change them throughout the games. But that's pretty much going to be my setup.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
A couple of the other things that I'm going to change about it is I found that I didn't realise I had this. I have actually got 2 more little cameras. So what I'm going to do is going to put one, I'm just going to use the battery off. So because they're all the same, all the batteries work. But this one, rather than having it on the gun, just so I'm not missing a lot of the action, is I'm actually going to put that on my head, and I'll have me cap on, because this is moving around quite a little bit just on my head now. But once I've got the cap on, it'll be all locked there. So rather than putting it on the gun, because quite a lot of the footage was just facing the floor and it was useless. So this will just be everywhere where I'm looking. And what my plan is to take that off and actually lend that to Martin, because unfortunately Nathan and Mark can't go. Mark, you'll see him in some of the footage, he's broke a bone in his foot, so he can't go, and unfortunately Nathan can't make it this week either. So might give that one to Martin, I'll have the one on my head, and both of us then can catch a bit more action, and we can put it into the next video when we do the next review. Also, what I'm going to do is make sure I take some .2 BBs, because I really want to use this. I was so gutted I couldn't use the T-Rex. She was all caged up and left in my box and just couldn't do anything with her, and I was really looking forward to it, because a few of them had some nice pistols, and I knew she was better, and I knew she would do a lot more damage and sound better as well. Oh well. But one thing I'm going to take with me is I'm going to take a choice of these 2 with me as well. Saw some of the lads using it. I saw someone using this one. So this is the Fab Arm. So he was using it, and he was using the one without the stock. He was also using the smaller barrel on it as well. So I'm thinking I might take this, or just because it's CQB, I might take the smaller one and just have a little play around in one of the games. So we're doing something like VIP again. So VIP was brilliant. There's a little place inside the middle, if you've never played it, which is set up like a little market area. So you've got a door at the front, and then you've got a little winding road through it, stalls either side, and you basically got to come from that way, or you can come from round the back, and you've got to assassinate the VIP, which was the unicorn this time. So we would set up, and I had a really good position on the main door on a bit of an angle, so anyone coming around was just getting popped. And I think I got something like a 10-15 kill streak before someone finally got me, because there are little hidey holes you can pop up with, and someone snuck up and got me. So I'm thinking maybe there's a good little position, because it shoots 3. I might have it covered just there with this again, or might not use it. I don't know. I'm going to take them. I'm just going to see, but I don't know which one to take. I don't know if to take the small one. So this is the new Pro one. So I don't know whether to take that, have a little go with that one, a little bit of fun, or what I could do is take this one and put a little stubby here. So I could go with that, and I could even, because it's got quite a long rail system, I could even put a little sight on it, a little red dot sight or something, but give that a quick go as well. Yeah, so I might take a few more, because I'm not going to be taking half as much stuff with me. I think I might be able to take an extra gun, and I've got quite a few little shotgun shells, and as you know, because they shoot 3 BBs at once, you can put 30 BBs into each one of them, so you get 10 shots. Quite a few there. Obviously there'll be ones in the gun as well itself. So yeah, so I'll be changing that. I'll be having a little play around. Hopefully I can take a few guns, try a few different ones out. Okay, so we played, when we first got there, I was still setting my stuff up, because I still needed to chrono my guns and stuff, so they started playing a quick game of team deathmatch. Now, the only annoying thing about the whole experience was they kind of expected you to know where everything was. So we told them when we first got there, it was our first time playing the mill, it was our first time actually playing Airsoft, and it kind of went over their heads, and they kind of expected us to know where everything was. So they're telling us to go here, go there, and you're like, where's that? We didn't know. So the 4 lads who went, we're all kind of looking at each other, and we just started following people. By the end of it, we knew where everything was. So that wasn't too much of an issue. It was just at the start, so we were looking around, we didn't know where we were going, and we were just getting taken out one by one. But steadily as we went through the game, so the team deathmatch, I think I had a horrible game. I think I shot one of my own lads in the head. Sorry, Nathan. Was it? Sorry. After that then we moved over, so after that we played a quick game of attack and defend. So we were the attackers, they were just dug in, and it kind of seemed like there was quite a few people there who were Airsoft virgins, very first time, never been before, and we were all on one team and all the experienced people were on the other team. So guess who won the attack and defend? Yeah, the defenders absolutely wiped us out. We'd get close, we'd get popped. I've got some good footage of that one, because the camera, unfortunately, it done about 30 minutes worth of recording, so that was only really 2 games, so quite a few, like the VIP I didn't get any footage of at all, and I really wish I would have, because I got a big kill streak on that one. So we played a bit of attack and defend, then after that then we done a game of domination. So we basically, there's different sections within the mill, so you've got a marketplace, you've got an arena, you've got like a courtyard area and a few other bits. So basically the idea was you both started either side, first one to get to the arena and take and hold it for 5 minutes with a winner, and the experienced team won again. After that then we played a game of, what was it we played after that? That was the VIP game. So the experienced team won that, but we gave them one hell of a game, because we set up quite well. By that time we'd actually started communicating. Got one. Stop, stop. You cut through and I'll... Red coming here. Can you still shoot him? You can still not speed. Yeah, are you covered? So where I was stood and had that perfect angle for people coming around the corner, unfortunately there was a little pop-up here and a little pop-up in front of me as well, which I didn't know about, and the guy popped up in front of me and got me. But I was getting good kill streak, it was good communication, we were shouting to each other what to do. Experienced team still won, normally experienced will always win, but yeah, it was a fun game. After that then, there was a game, it was kind of like a zombie type game or an infected type game, so it was one person against everyone else. So we had to go to the courtyard area. So the courtyard area was great, it was a big open area, downstairs and 2 upstairs, and they all overlooked. And yeah, there was one guy from the experienced side, and basically once he shot you, you then had to go back, get an armband put on, and then you were part of his team. And it was, the idea was it was 1v all, and then it was trying to get all V's as one, and then final winner. So that was quite good. After that then we went on to play a final game, which was a free-for-all. Now at that point I didn't do the free-for-all, unfortunately, because the glasses I had, they just kept steaming up. And I brought some anti-fog spray, kept spraying it on, kept cleaning them, put it back on after every game, and I finally got to the point where on the free-for-all, he said clean it, put it on, 2 seconds later it was fogged up. I couldn't see a single thing. Obviously I'm not going to go out without my eye protection. So at that point then I just said, you know what, I'll call it a day. Really wanted to do free-for-all because I wanted to shoot some of the other virgins as well. But unfortunately I couldn't. So little top tip is what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a towel, because I think it was the fact that it was so hot in there, my head was so hot with my head that was steaming them up. So I'm just going to get a towel, clean my head, or wash my head, wash my glasses after every game. Hopefully then that'll last a bit longer. Or get a second pair of glasses. Now I did take a couple, but they were like sunglasses type ones, and in a dark CQB. Once you've got them, and you couldn't see anything, so they were kind of pointless. So I'm just going to get another pair of glasses, and then I can switch between them. Wash my head, get all the heat and the sweat out of it as much as I can, so they're not going to fog up. The heat you can't really say anything about, it's just a hot day. Can't be their fault, not our fault, no one's fault. So one of the big things will be changing, if it's hot, I'm going to be not wearing trousers, I'm going to put shorts on to air myself out. Well, one of the biggest things I'm going to be changing is I'm not going to be wearing my boots. What I did find was, because it's basically in a mill and it's all flat floors, I'm just going to be wearing trainers. The boots are quite cumbersome. I was tripping over a little bit going up onto the steps because of the platform on them and the height on them. Also as well, they're quite loud, so as you're walking, people can hear me coming. So my trainers is going to be a lot easier. So that's one of the big things that I'm going to be changing, as well as my rig. So I'm just going to be moving the magazines that were here round to the side. I'm just going to still keep a pistol on my leg, or I might even put the 2 pistols on my back, but I'm still umming and ahhing how my setup's going to go in terms of what I'm going to be wearing on my rig. But one thing I do know is I'm only going to be carrying 2 magazines, and if my pistols are okay, possibly 1 spare pistol magazine each, because obviously they'll both be loaded anyway.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
On the whole, I absolutely loved it. First event, first time going, good laugh, and I think I'm going to be a lot better. Did get quite a few kills. I just wish I'd have had enough battery power on one of these so I could film when I actually started playing well. But you'll see on some of the videos getting quite a few hits, getting quite a few kills, I should say. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think I done well. I think you'll notice as well, I think Martin, I don't think blue was a great idea. I think blue and white kind of stuck out quite a bit. You'll see Martin in some of the videos running around. We've also took a couple of pictures off the Mills Facebook site where you can see us as well, so you can see what we're all wearing. And it was really, really good time. So we're going again. We're going to be going, today's Wednesday, so we're going to be going next Wednesday. We're going to be doing the 7:30 to 10:30 as well. So that's going to be the first Wednesday in July. So if anyone watching this is going to go, we'll see you there. Don't forget to come and say hello. But other than that, it was absolutely cracking. We really enjoyed it. We're going to take it up properly now. I'm glad that all the money was spent was worth it, because it was quite a lot of money that I've spent so far. So thanks for watching. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you again.